Hi, it looks like I need to start all over again with my LinkedIn Live. I'm sorry about that. I was talking about all this great stuff and my microphone wasn't on and I wasn't aware. So thank you so much for your patience. It's Evelyn Aka from Aka Business Immigration Law. These LinkedIn Lives are stressing me out, I got to tell you. I wanted to celebrate and thank all of our US clients and friends for their Thanksgiving and celebrate your Thanksgiving. I hope you have a wonderful family time, friends time, celebrating, and that you have some time to rest and recover. For those of us in Canada, there's no rest for us. Our Thanksgiving has already come and gone. And as a result, this means that we need to talk about the changes to the LMIA program. There have been so many changes that my head is still spinning, and we know that this is going to be the new norm for at least the next year because we expect a government possible change or at least an election next year. Let's start with the new measures related to low-wage positions because they're pretty significant. Low-wage positions can be anything from those working in restaurants, working in cleaning, working in even childcare. Those are usually the ones that are below the provincial average salary. And if that's the case, in the past, you could bring them in and move them to permanent residence. Things are harder now. So one of the changes to the low-wage position is that if the position is in a metropolitan area that has an unemployment rate that is more than 6%, they will not process the LMIA application because, of course, the focus of the Temporary Foreign Worker Program is to highlight and to provide opportunities for Canadians and permanent residents first. So you need to understand that. The other change is that in some sectors where we had a 20% cap, that is now being reduced to 10%. So you must ensure you know for your sector if the cap, which tells you how many foreign workers you already have and that you can have in the workplace, what that number is. And if it's more than 10% for many sectors, they will not process your application. It's only in the construction and the healthcare areas where they are keeping that 20% so that they can continue to find people for this high need occupations in construction and healthcare. The other major change to the low-wage temporary foreign worker program applications for LMIA is that the positions are now being reduced from 2 years to 1 year. This is major. If you're an employer looking to hire somebody and bring them in and take the cost of the legal fees, the LMIA fees, transportation, housing, and then you know at the moment you only have them for 1 year, it's going to definitely affect your business and your ability to plan forward looking. So I want you to really think about this because this is major change. If you are in the industries that are hiring low wage workers, you need to know you can only get them for 1 year, and you may, of course, be able to apply for an extension, but it's not guaranteed. And you have to keep justifying why you need them. So for those of us who maybe, I'm thinking of some of my clients who have low wage people that are here now, we need to be thinking now as to what's the plan. Are they going to be able to get to permanent residence before their current work permits expire? And if not, you need to know you're only going to be able to get another year added to their current LMIA for another year. And they have to get to permanent residence. So for me, I think about clients that we need to be reaching out to, and we will be, to say, what is the plan? Are they in the permanent residence process? Do you want us to get started? Because we don't know what the future will hold for the low wage positions. The other thing I want to talk about is that there's going to be a temporary refusal to process LMIAs for any low-wage positions in Montreal. Quebec has always been unique and they get to choose their immigrants, and they have put an immediate stop until the spring of next year at the moment, where they're not going to be processing any LMIAs for low-wage positions in the Montreal area. So if you're in that area, you need to really consider what your options are. And if you have a temporary foreign worker right now, you need to have a plan to get them ready for permanent residence if you haven't already done so. Okay, so the other major change is related to the wage threshold. It has increased, and right now, it started November 8th. The wage threshold used to be determining the high wage or low wage. It is now increased by 20%. So if you are hiring somebody and they are in the high wage position, you need to know that now you have to pay 20% above the prevailing wage if you want to have a successful application. It is a major change. It doesn't even make sense to me why you need to now pay foreign workers more than you would pay a Canadian. But that is what the government has decided needs to happen. For new employers who have not employed a temporary foreign worker in the past 6 years prior to submitting, let's say, their first LMIA, they will be definitely subject to a review. And so that means that the employer has to demonstrate that the workplace is free of abuse, that things are going well, that the employers know about their rights, and that they are paying the employers everything that they said. So they will definitely be reviewed. Okay, so that's something to think about. I already mentioned about the refusal to process LMIAs. That's for sure for those areas that have unemployment of 6% or higher. I've talked about the cap variation, so that is important for you to know. And then there's something else. Employers with fewer than 10 employees nationally must now complete a cap for low-wage positions. That's the section of the LMIA form. And this includes private household employers. So I'm assuming this would also mean for live-in caregiver employers that have them in their homes. You need to think about that as well. It's unbelievable, some of these changes. So there's a lot of detail on the government website. When you search ESDC, LMIA changes, or you can contact us at ACA Law if you have any questions. But I think for you, the main thing I want to think about if you're an employer of current LMIA work permit holders, you need to be thinking about the plan. What are you going to do if you're not able to get them an extension on their LMIA? Have you started the permanent residence? Are they considering other options like school? If they don't have work permit options, so you can at least maybe keep them as a part-time worker. If you want to talk through this and really strategize, I'd love to do that with you. So please do call me at ACA Business Immigration Law. I hope you are well and you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. And as I said, my job is to give you all the information. There's so many changes, but if you'd like to do a deep dive, give us a call and we can do a legal strategy session where we can talk about your specific employees and what your plan is going to be for 2025 and your workforce and ensuring that you can continue operating your business successfully. Take care. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.